Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our YouTube channel once again. And it is my hope and prayer that this video is actually going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I am fine. As you can see, Kisumu is also fantastic. And maybe you could also let me know where you're watching the video from. The county or the country in case you are out of the republic. Ladies and gentlemen, earlier this week, Raila Odinga, the ODM party leader, embarked on a 9-day consultative meetings across the country. The tour began in Busia. But the governor for Busia, Paul Otuoma, found it very rough during that tour. As a matter of fact, Paul Otuoma could not even address the residents there because the residents accused him of working with Kenya Kwanza.
Wanao nataka kueleza kwamba tuko mambo ya ODM. Tafadhali leo tumekuja kujisajili, tusaidiane mbele ya baba, tuweze kujisajili. Na mimi nawaomba kwamba hii maneno mengine yote mnazungumza tutakuja kufanya. Kwa hayo machache.
And I remember Paul Otuoma watching pensively as Raila Odinga pleaded with the people to allow him time to talk with Paul Otuoma.
Haya. Hamtaki niseme kitu? Hamtaki? Haya. Wacha basi oparanya. ODM! ODM! Haya, wacha tuite baba. Hello? 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 Naona muko na hasira na gavana. Nitaongea na yeye. Sawa sawa. Alafu nitarudisha nyinyi habari. Sawa sawa.
So the expectation of majority of Kenyans were that after that humiliation, Paul Otuoma was going to mend fences with the ODM supporters, especially those from Busia. But to my shock and surprise, Paul Otuoma emerged from a meeting earlier today with Musalia Mudavadi. Let me just read for you what Musalia Mudavadi posted after this meeting. This is what Musalia Mudavadi posted. Welcome to Busia Governor Paul Otuoma for a courtesy visit at the railways offices for a thoughtful discussion. We delved into vital strategies for uplifting the Western Kenya community and all Kenyans. I emphasized the importance of collaborative leadership in addressing the present challenges and highlighted the significance of unity for Kenya's progress. That is Musalia Mudavadi. But for me, this meeting here is significant politically speaking, because let us look at how Busia voted in the last election. In the last election, ODM won the women rep seat, ODM won the governor seat, the Senate went to Okia Mtata on independent. MPs out of 7, ODM won 5. There's one which is affiliated to Azimio, and of course UDA also won 1, which means Busia as a county is Azimio stronghold, and therefore it's going to be very difficult for Paul Otuoma or any other person to win Busia with another political party. But after Monday's incident, I think Paul Otuoma realized something. So in this video, I want us to do all those critical analysis. But before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, allow me to dive in. What do you think was the objective of this particular meeting? Because after Busia, Raila Odinga went to Vihiga, which was also successful. Then after Vihiga, Raila Odinga went to Bungoma. And in Bungoma today, the brother to Moses Masika Wetangula also joined Raila Odinga. So which tells you there is something. But why would Paul Otuoma look for Musalia Mudavadi and not Raila Amolo Odinga? Because if I were one of his advisors, what I would have advised Paul Otuoma to do was to join Raila Odinga in Vihiga and also join him briefly in Bungoma today. Then figure out whether I can actually win against ODM or with ODM. So, and if I can't win against ODM, then it means the only option is to fight within ODM. But if the residents there kicked him out of a meeting and refused him completely from talking because they are accusing him of working with Kenya Kwanza, then he's going to those people again. What message do you think he was trying to send? For me, number one, this meeting between Mudavadi and Paul Otuoma was about the aftermath of that Busia rally. Kenya Kwanza popularity. And I'm getting convinced that Paul Otuoma might not be in ODM. Maybe he has been convinced that he can win the seat minus ODM party. Otherwise, I'm not convinced that he can just decide to go to Mudavadi. So they went to discuss how can they increase the popularity of Kenya Kwanza in Busia. What can they do? Why was he heckled? Because remember, immediately William Ruto became the president of the Republic of Kenya, he wanted to win the support of the 4 counties, that is the Busia, Kakamega, Mombasa, and Kisii. Those 4 counties are ODM strongholds, and they are not part of Nyanza. And that's why William Ruto was keen on them. But from the look of things, those counties have actually turned worse for William Ruto, including Busia. But why would Paul Otuoma still go and look for Mudavadi? Because in the last election, Mudavadi also sponsored a candidate through his party in Busia. But again, the performance was dismal. So for me, all this meeting was about the aftermath of that rally, and probably they plotted on the next move. Number 2, maybe after that meeting, Paul Otuoma realized the mistake and is trying to fix that mistake. The truth of the matter is that William Ruto promised these governors a lot of goodies. So Paul Otuoma also went to the ground and promised these people development because he was assured by the president. And we all know William Ruto. He can say things which don't exist. So these governors are realizing that really nothing is happening on the ground. So what does he do? Simple. Go to Mudavadi, who is the prime cabinet secretary in quotes, express to him your disappointment that because I'm supporting your government, I've now become unpopular. But what you promised is not being delivered on the ground. Please, can you talk to the president to deliver some of those promises on the ground so that at least the ground can soften a bit? So for me, this meeting was about the promises which William Ruto made. Because you could hear the crowd telling him off over certain development issues. Because if he went to bring development, what will development? Number 3 is probably the future of the Luhya nation. The truth of the matter is that as things stand today, I can see Raila Odinga being on the ballot. If not, then Raila Odinga is crafting a lethal team which is going to sweep this country through euphoria. But what is the future of the Luhya nation? Is that future with Musalia Mudavadi? Because we saw the other day Boni Alwale dumping Kenya Kwanza for ODM. Then for him is going to Mudavadi. Maybe he wants an assurance from Musalia Mudavadi that you are going to be influential. You are going to persuade our people to support Kenya Kwanza. I won't be surprised to see Mudavadi going to Busia. But I'm not sure whether Mudavadi can actually persuade the people of Busia to support Otuoma based on what I saw yesterday. Number 4 is about Paul Otuoma's fate in ODM. You know, in politics, nothing happens out of mere coincidence. Everything in politics is normally well planned, well scripted, and executed to achieve an objective. The heckling we witnessed yesterday in Busia, on Monday in Busia, was intended to send a message. And maybe Paul Otuoma has realized that it's no longer wanted in ODM. Whether he do what, whether he, it's no longer wanted. So he wants to chart his own political path away from ODM party. Because I think he's now a marked man. And lastly, maybe he just went to Mudavadi to seek for his support. I don't want to rule out that possibility because, Mudavadi is the prime cabinet secretary. He can talk to Raila Odinga Kichini. These guys talk. Or he can talk to Ruto, tell Ruto, Or he can ask Mudavadi to go and talk to so on. Just Mudavadi factor, this Mudavadi factor in the Luo nation. But for him, because politics is about interest, his interest is his re-election. So I don't know what you think, but that's my take. Until next time, this is Lee Makwiny. Bye-bye.